Luiem, is that how you pronounce your name?
Yes.
Yeah, I never heard that name when I was in Malaysia.
Yeah, it's unique, only one of its kind.
Wow, lucky you. Right.
Yeah.
Sure
I
you
don't know. Yeah, I don't know my sister where she gets my name.
your sister.
Yeah,
Why your sister?
my older sister gave me that name, not my mom, not my
Oh,
dad. Yeah,
oh, I see. All right.
yeah,
Viola. Is it Viola? Isn't it? Not Viola. Viola.
It's Viola.
Viola.
Viola. Yeah.
Viola. And you
Yeah.
are from Poland, aren't you?
Yes, from Poland. Yeah.
Tina, where are you from? Tina, speak to me. Can't hear you, Tina. It's not my fault. Turn your volume up.
Do you hear me?
I
No,
can hear you. Yes. Where are you from?
I come from Ukraine.
Ah, Ukraine. I have a lot of Ukrainian students because I have a Ukrainian website as well. What level are you,
I
Tina?
don't. I actually don't know.
Well,
Some
tell me
something
after.
in the middle,
Get in touch
intermediate.
with me. I will get you to do a placement test so we can test you. Since the war started, I've been teaching a lot of Ukrainians. I find it very hard with beginners because I don't speak Ukrainian.
But I can speak. I'm translator, but my English still not very well because, but I'm a translator of English language from Ukrainian. And
Right.
if you want, I can
English is
help you.
fine. Okay, you're going to help me. Okay, I'm just recruiting you. We'll get in touch. Okay. Tina, where are you? Are you still in Ukraine?
No, I'm not in Ukraine because it's dangerous to be there right now. So I came to Georgia.
You're in Georgia. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Right. Okay. Question and answer. A lot of people haven't turned up, which is annoying because people say that they're coming and they don't. This is what happens when you give something for free. Do you understand what I mean? It actually happened when I was teaching a lot of Ukrainians at the beginning. I was sitting here for hours and people were supposed to be because I did a lot of free lessons and they didn't turn up. So, ladies, thank you very much. It's nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Okay,
Thank you too.
what would you like to talk about? Because I haven't got an agenda. Some people posted earlier and gave several topics they'd like to talk about. But I'd rather put it to you. What challenges do you have? Which areas? Fire away. Okay, do you know fire away? Fire away, like okay.
Uh,
Just it doesn't mean fire away. I do not want you to shoot me. If I say fire away, it means speak. Okay.
mhm.
So someone says to you, Viola, I've got something to tell you. You say, fire away. Go on, I'll say it. Fire away.
Fire away.
Fire away. Okay, let's get it right.
Mhm,
Fire. Good. Fire away.
mhm.
So,
I
Louis M., what
yeah.
you have? You live in Malaysia. Your second language there is English, but I know in reality that it's difficult for a lot of people. It depends where you live. But you live in KL, don't you?
No, I'm on North Borneo.
Oh, right.
North Borneo.
You
I'm
Sabah?
in South. Yes.
Yeah, I remember you speaking, and I lived in Sarawak. Yeah,
Oh, we are neighbors.
we were at one time. Yes, I came back 5 years ago. What? I'll start with you. What challenges do you have?
um, I have a long pause when I start speaking English because I'm thinking what's my next words. Um, most of the time, when I speak, I lost my words. I mean, maybe because I lack of vocabulary.
Yes, possibly.
Yeah. And I'm actually joined the Toastmasters in Auckland. And when it comes, there's a noise.
What's that sound?
Yeah.
Daniel, is that you trying to speak?
Yes. Do you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can hear a bad background sound. We all can. Okay. I can't see you, but we could hear you then, but it sounded
Yeah.
And now, how are things going?
that is better. Okay.
Okay.
Where are you, Daniel?
I'm in Spain, in Palma de Mallorca.
Are you Zek?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. You confused me. I thought you were. Okay, Zek. Okay. Yes, it's better now. Okay. Pity we can't see you. We have 3 ladies and me here, so I'm the only man. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. You'd have to stay like that then. Okay, Louis. Yes, vocabulary.
Yeah.
Key to everything. Okay. When grammar's no use without vocabulary. If you don't have the vocabulary, you can't be understood. You can make, when we talk about accuracy and fluency, there's a difference. And you can be reasonably fluent without being accurate. If I say I go to the zoo yesterday, okay, you will still understand me because you understand zoo, you understand yesterday. So I should have said I went to the zoo yesterday. So that is why vocabulary is as important. If I made a mistake and said I went to the circus yesterday, I go to the circus yesterday, then that changes it. So yes, vocabulary. That's one key, and we can work on a lot. We can look at ways of improving vocabulary. The other one is learning chunks of language. You need vocabulary when you're talking about something specific, but learning chunks of language, such as fixed expressions, semi-fixed expressions, collocations, phrasal verbs, and idioms, to a lesser extent, I'm going to say you need to understand idioms, but don't try to use them unless you're certain of them. So learning chunks of language is something I'm very keen on. Viola, what challenges do you have?
I also, just like Liam, I would like to speak fluently, but when I try to do it, I feel panicked, and I feel that in my head there are also black hole and white hole, and
Black hole, yeah.
yes, and it's hard to say something.
Well, maybe you're doing pretty well. You sound good. Okay. Do you speak English often?
I speak at my lessons 2 times a week.
Yes, you can. How else can you say 2 times a week?
At 2 times, it's
Tina, do you know? How do you say 2 times a week? 2 times.
twice a week.
Twice a week. Yes, Viola. You say twice a week. Okay.
Yeah.
You can say twice a week. Yes. But that's not enough, is it? So
it's not enough.
Yeah, we need to find ways. Okay, the same as Louis. I recommend chunks of language and collocations and chatting. Tina, how about you? No, you're a translator, so you must be pretty good. You said do you know what your level is? Did I ask you?
It depends on the test. Different tests show me different results. So probably, I don't know, intermediate or upper intermediate.
May find you better than intermediate. All right. I said I want you to do. You can all do this. Remind me afterwards. You've got my WhatsApp. Do a placement test. Okay. And there's an upper intermediate to C1 placement test as well, because it is only about, it's only grammar, reading and grammar, and some vocabulary, but it gives me an idea of where you are. And I suspect if you're a translator, you could be at least C1 or bordering C1. Daniel.
Yes, well, all my tests give the same results, that being C1, but I'm a little bit rusty when it comes to fluency, because I haven't a lot of opportunity to use my English very often with native people. Because the problem is you can speak a lot of English, but if nobody corrects you, you go on making the same mistakes again, and again. And it's the reason why I would like to have English lessons, that to have a teacher correcting my mistakes and improving my fluency and my pronunciation, basically.
Okay, Daniel. I was going to call you Zach, Len. And you're in Spain, aren't you?
Yeah.
In Spain. Okay, this is one of the problems that you have, which I've heard before. If you're speaking only to your own countrymen or people from other countries, it's great to become, let's say you're speaking to someone from another country and they speak English as well. Well, they're not going to correct you. They may not be able to correct you. And it's not just for you, Daniel, but for everyone.
And most of them don't even have the level I have.
No, they don't do. So
it's frustrating, really.
You need me.
Yes, exactly.
I'm here for you. Okay. All right. We'll have to find a way of doing it. Okay. And again, I think we're coming back to expressions and so on. You can. We could spend ages talking about grammar, present and present perfect, and past simple, and
yeah, I've done all that, and
I think you do all that, and you can be completely accurate. But I could say something to you, and you wouldn't understand. I worked in Malaysia with teachers, training teachers, and I used to find it frustrating because I would talk to teachers who were competent, sufficiently competent to teach English, but when I spoke to them, sometimes they didn't understand what I was saying. That's I'm not.
Normally, I understand fairly well because I try to listen to series with English as the main language, and so I can fairly well understand nearly everything. But when it comes to speaking, or when it's more normal speaking, when you watch a series, they do their best to speak properly. And that's not always the case when you are on a one-to-one basis with a normal English-speaking person.
Okay, right. Let me stop you there. You've got to decide what you want to watch. Okay, certainly don't. If you're watching films, don't go for documentaries because it's one person speaking. Doing interviews. Go for something light where there is conversation. I'm British. Trying to stick to. You can do American as well. But
no, I don't want American. I have nothing against American, but I'm a European, so
yes,
I'm interested in improving my British English.
So try to find films like sitcoms, situation comedies.
Yeah, well, I'm watching Vera. Do you know Vera, the
Yes.
policewoman?
Yeah,
I
because
like her very much.
there they don't modify it. They try to, you know, they speak as normal people would speak to each other.
Exactly.
In an everyday, like, working class situation. So those you want to find, if you can find them on YouTube, if you've got Netflix. Who has Netflix? Do any of you have Netflix?
Yeah,
I have.
Good. Louis, do you have Netflix? Is it available in Malaysia?
It's available, but I don't watch TV for about many years.
Well, it
Yeah.
will help you with your English. I remember I was in Malaysia when Netflix started, and there was something else as well. I mean, you've got YouTube, you'll find things on there. When I was living in Malaysia initially, I didn't watch TV. I didn't watch TV at all. I went years without watching TV. Now I watch quite a lot. So that will help you. But you actually live where they do speak English, but I know that in Sabah it can be difficult at times. All right, let's
may I make a suggestion? You can find Inspector Morse directly with Google, and it's free of charge.
Good. Yeah, Inspector Morse.
Inspector Morse, yeah.
Inspector Morse is a TV series about a detective who works in Oxford. And he's a very intelligent man. He loves classical music. It was very popular. So yeah, Daniel, that's a good one. So you want me to type that, if you can find it? Inspector is a high rank in the police force, and the actor was John Thor, and unfortunately he's died now. So watch those if you can. I don't think Google will have subtitles. If you're able to use subtitles, use them.
No, it's not possible on Google.
It's not on Google, but it is for those of you on Netflix.
Yes.
Use subtitles. Okay, if you've got the subtitles, and you can try it with them on and with them off. I mean subtitles in English. Okay, so even I use subtitles sometimes. If I'm feeling lazy, I like to see what's being said for some reason. But you can switch them off as well. So that's listening practice. Okay, let's talk about. I mentioned there are fixed expressions you need to know. Collocations. Do you know what collocations are?
Yes.
Viola, do you know what?
Yes.
Tina, you know?
Yeah.
Liam, do you know what collocations are?
Oh, I'm not sure.
All right, collocations are words that go together. A good sounding word.
Oh,
Let's
like this.
Let's do a collocation exercise. Okay, let's start off with a collocation exercise. Okay, can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now it says highlighted words, but I haven't highlighted them. Okay. Now, what you're seeing there is a completely acceptable paragraph. You know, the grammar is acceptable. But let's have a look at it and see if we can improve it in terms of the vocabulary to make it collocate. Let's take the first sentence. Okay, I'd like you to give attention to what I tell you. It's of big importance if you wish to speak English fluently. So, any ideas? Tina? Oh, she's disappeared. Oh, are you there? Viola, would you
Pay
change?
attention
Very good.
in the first sentence.
Yeah, good, great. Okay. The next sentence.
Maybe huge importance.
Yeah, huge importance is okay. It's like big. Anything else?
Utmost importance.
Excellent, Danielle. Yes, utmost important. Huge importance is okay. I don't like big importance. Okay. Huge importance is good, but utmost, utmost. All right. Tina, you disappeared for a minute, but we're changing what. Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my internet connection was disconnected.
Disrupted, disconnected, or disrupted. Okay. So we're changing this. I'd like you to pay attention to what I tell you. It's of utmost importance if you wish to speak English fluently. Next one, you need to get more aware of collocations when listening to native speakers and start to use them yourself. How about that one?
Well, to pay more attention, but that would be repeating the first one.
Yeah, that's right.
So you need to get more aware of collocation.
It's okay. I don't particularly like get. Okay. If I was writing this, I wouldn't use get. Well, I did write.
Be more.
Sorry?
To be more aware.
Yeah, you could use to be more aware. Yeah.
To become.
Sorry? To become.
To become more aware.
To become more aware. Okay. To get more aware is lazy English, to become more aware. Okay. The next sentence, if you do so, you'll show an utmost improvement. An obvious improvement.
You'll show an obvious improvement.
Let's change obvious.
You'll do a lot better.
Yes, but I want something to go with improvement. Okay. You collocate it, you're collocating with improvement.
With improvement, you'll show
Tina,
a big improvement. Sorry.
A big improvement would be okay. Tina, any ideas?
An obvious improvement.
Yeah, let's change it. I don't like obvious improvement. I mean, so yeah.
Evident.
Yes, I quite like evident. Evidence, a nice one. Yeah, sounds better. How about marked improvement? You'll show a marked improvement or significant improvement.
Significant, yeah.
Okay. They all sound better, don't they?
Yeah.
So you sound more natural. Your listeners will be impressed. And if you're doing an exam, you don't know what collocations are, but what could you say instead of doing an exam?
Passing an exam.
I said Louis, but never mind, you've answered it. No, I'm not passing an exam. I want something not. Then you'd have to say if you want to pass an exam. If you want to pass an exam, but you don't. You can do an exam, but it's a better word rather than do.
Taking an exam.
Yes, taking an exam. Okay, so those are some examples of collocations. Let me give you some more. Can I say, let's think. Yesterday it rained hard. Would I say that? Yesterday it rained hard.
Yesterday it rained cats and dogs. It's just.
All right, Tina, be careful here, okay? Cats and dogs, raining cats and dogs is an idiom. It's one I never.
Collocation.
It's not a collocation. It's one I never use. Do you all know it's raining cats and dogs? Do you know it as an idiom? Viola, do you know it?
Yeah.
Louis, have you heard it? It's raining cats and dogs.
Yes, it's raining heavily.
Very good. Yes, that's a collocation I was looking for. It's raining heavily. Okay, we talk about heavy rain, not hard rain. Hard rain would be like after a nuclear explosion. You know, you get hard rain. There was a Bob Dylan song called Hard Rains Are Falling. Okay, so you talk heavy rain. Let's go back to it's raining cats and dogs. I never used it. I don't think I've used it for years. But when I worked in Turkey, when I first went there, I worked in a school, and the headmaster was called Mr. Abdullah. Okay, and Abdullah could not speak any English. He was a big, fat, jovial man. You know what jovial means?
Yeah.
No, what is jovial?
Okay. Let me open chat so I can tell you.
Jovial, I would describe somebody
Go on.
who is always happy, easygoing, laid back.
Very
and,
good. Yeah. I'm just looking for chat so I can share the spelling. Okay, here you are. Jovial means, as Daniel just explained, happy. You know, hello, how are you all? You know, Father Christmas, Santa Claus is always jovial. Ho, 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 ho. So he was jovial. And every time it rained heavily, he'd collar me. What do I mean by collar me? Daniel, you don't say it, Daniel, for a moment. Okay.
Okay.
He'd collar me. What does that mean? Collar me. Tina? Where's your collar?
I don't know.
Okay, what is a collar? What's a collar? Viola?
It's a part of material which is on the neck.
Yes. Okay. So if you collar someone, it means you grab them like this. Okay. Collaring myself, you collar someone, and he literally did collar me. Yeah. Oh, you. And he used to play with my tie as well. I hated it. But did you know collar me, Daniel?
I know what you mean.
Okay. Did you know it before I said it and collar me?
Yes, I had to remember because that's not a word you use every day nor every week.
No, you don't. Okay, but but it's useful to know if someone says it to you. A lot of these phrases, you don't use every day. So anyway, he would collar me. I can say he used to collar me every time it was raining heavily, and he would say, Steve, it is raining cats and dogs. And I go, oh, yes, Abdullah. Yes, Abdullah. And then he'd jump up and down. Okay, it's raining cats and dogs. I never use it. And you'd find, it's not very common. It's a funny one. Now, we are far more likely to say, what are we more likely to say about if it's raining heavily? What could we say?
It's pouring.
It's pouring. By the way, as a teacher, I often go off at tangents. Do you understand what I mean?
No.
Right, which I think is quite useful. To go off at a tangent in maths is like, okay, you're going in one direction and then you go in another. Okay, but if I'm saying something and I think there's something that you need to know, then I will go in that direction. I may forget what I'm talking about. So I always do this when I'm talking to friends. I have to come back to what I'm talking about, which I will in a minute about raining. But so yeah, we're going off at a tangent talking about rain here rather than collocations. Pouring down. Yes, Danielle says it's pouring down. And any other ways?
Downpour. Heavy downpour.
That, yes, but that, who said that? Was that Tina? Who said that? Who
Me,
said downpour?
heavy downpour.
Yes, but you wouldn't say, you wouldn't come in and say, God, there's a heavy downpour. You'd say it's pouring out there. It's pouring outside. Okay. You might say, if you're telling a story, you might say there was a downpour. Okay. You wouldn't really use it in the present. Oh, there's a downpour now. You know, there was a downpour and I had to stop driving. So you've got it's pouring.
Pouring.
It's bucketing it down.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
Bucketing.
Bucketing down. It's bucketing down or bucketing it down, like bucketing the rain down. You know, a bucket. So there's buckets of water coming down on you. Not so common. It's pelting down. P-E-L. Pelt is to throw. Okay, pelting it down. And another quite common one I use is it's throwing it down. Right? To throw, it's throwing it down. Now don't be offended when I use the next one, actually, because this is quite common, but it sounds like a rude word, and you have to be careful when you use it in what company it's in. But with friends, you'll say it's pissing it down. All right, it's a slang word. Okay, it's you know, I wouldn't say it in with people I don't know very well, but with friends. I mean, I'm afraid British have a reputation for being terribly polite. Yeah, it's true sometimes, but don't believe it all the time. You know, we swear quite a lot, and it's pissing it down is quite, you know, amongst friends is quite normal. So let's go back to collocations.
Well, you can have collocations with the verb to pay, for instance.
To what, sorry?
To pay. For instance, we have used one at the beginning of the exercise. If anybody remember, when you need to be very focused on what is happening, you have to pay
Attention.
Yes, yeah, you're quite right. Yes, that is a color. Yes, we've done that, but we've already done that one. That I was trying to look at other ones. Okay.
And for instance, when you go on the grave of somebody you admire very much, that person has died, and you go to his grave to pay your...
Yes, I know. Let's see if anyone else does. To pay your...
Last respect.
You pay your
Exactly.
respect. Yeah.
Last respect.
Okay, let's take some more. How about aware? Okay, so we are collocating an adverb and an adjective. So I want to make it stronger. Are you aware of the implications of your actions? Implications, you know? Implications means the results, the consequences of your actions. So how would I make it stronger?
With implications or with aware?
Oh, with aware.
Okay.
With the adjective. Are you aware?
I have an adverb.
Go on.
Fully.
Very good. Yes. Are you fully aware? Okay. Got it, Viola? Are you fully aware?
I think yes.
Yeah.
I understand it.
You understand it? Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yes.
Tina, fully. Okay.
Fully, like completely.
Yes, you could use completely. Fully, completely. Happy with that? Okay. How about totally? Totally. So you could use, are you totally aware? you're making it stronger. So that goes with that. Let's look for another one. Exercise. We're doing an adjective noun then. Okay.
Are you implying exercise as a noun or as a verb?
An adjective using exercise is the noun. I want an adjective to go before that.
Before, okay. Well, they are the obvious ones.
Go on then.
For instance, a difficult exercise.
Yeah, a difficult exercise. Let's say that we're talking about physical exercise here.
Ah, okay. I've got an adjective, but I let the other ones speaking a little bit.
Tina, exercise.
Exercise is a noun, yeah? To give a synonym to
Noun.
exercise.
I want an adjective to collocate.
To make an adjective from a noun exercise.
No, I want you to find a good word which will collocate, which goes with exercise.
To do exercise.
Yeah, to do, okay.
An exercise.
The doctor said to you, okay, you're overweight. You must do exercise. So how can he strengthen? How can he make it? How can he strengthen it? Louis, I can see you looking up the ceiling. I don't know if you'll see the answer up there.
Light exercise, heavy exercise, consistent exercise.
No, not heavy exercise. That doesn't really work. Heavy exercise suggests that you're doing weights, not heavy exercise. Viola?
Light.
Daily exercise.
Yes, I like daily. Okay, daily works. Daniel?
Regular.
Very good. Okay, you could do regular exercise. I mean, it doesn't mean that there's just one, but regular exercise. Okay, I am master of ceremonies on a stage, and a singer has just finished. Daniel, don't say this one because I think you probably know it. Okay.
Okay.
The singer finishes. Okay, and is standing there. The master of ceremonies. Thank you very much, Ed Sheeran, or whoever it is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's give him applause.
A big applause. A big of applause.
Not a big of applause. You can't say big of applause. Tina.
I don't remember. Applauses.
Viola.
Maybe huge?
No.
No.
A round of applause.
Oh.
Did you know that?
Around.
No, I had heard it, but I had that somewhere in a corner of my mind, but
corner of your mind, at the back of your mind, yeah.
At the back of my mind, yes. Very lost indeed.
in the you can say, sound pompous about this, and say in the recesses of your memory.
Yes.
Have you got that one?
The recesses were not very accessible.
Okay, let's finish with collocations now. Let's go on to idioms. All right, now, for want of something fun to do, but collocations are important. They are going to make you sound more natural. Right, the words which go together. We went down the track of applause and so on. I mean, they're not so common, but things like heavy rain, it's common. You can really sound. These are things which distinguish whether you're sounding like a native speaker or not. And by the way, don't worry too much about accent. I hear people all the time saying, I want to have an accent like you. I want to sound like British. No, you don't. Keep your accent. It doesn't matter. It sounds attractive as long as people understand you. Okay? You'll still get You know, where do you come from? You know, where do you come? Fine, accept it. I come from, you know, I come from Poland. Okay, English is really good for that. Very hard at your ages to get rid of an accent. You don't need to. You don't need to. Okay, if you can, then you can, but it's okay. So, idioms. Be careful with idioms. If you get one word out of place with some of them, they just sound odd. It sounds silly. And you know what an idiom is? It's when you got a group of words and you can't deduct the meaning from the single words. Now, some are stronger in that way. In fact, we'll talk about some now, and there are some where, depending on context, you would guess what they mean. But my advice is, until you're really certain of them, you don't know them. You don't use them. But you do need to understand them, because we use them a lot. There are idioms and there are idiomatic phrases. Sometimes there's borderline between what's an idiom and what's a fixed expression. So as a fun exercise, because I'm not using any visuals here, we're going to use a visual of me. Here I am, okay? And you can see my head and face, okay? There's my head. Give me an idiom with head.
A cloud, cloud in head in the clouds.
Very good. Head in the clouds. Okay. What's it mean, Louis-M? Do you know?
No idea.
Viola?
To think about something different than the surroundings, and not about the what is now. To dream about something.
Yeah, it's a bit close. Danielle, can you give a different?
Yes, I would say if you have your head in the clouds, you are rather distracted at the moment.
Yeah, that's a way of saying it.
And maybe you might be a kind of dreamer.
Good, that's the word I was looking for there. Yeah, a word I was thinking of as well. Okay, yeah. So Viola, you were on the right tracks. Let me type that out. This is what I mean by going off at a tangent, okay? Because I've now, this is useful. This is very useful for you. But it's not, it is another idiom in natural fact. Can you see that in chat?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
On the right tracks means that you were going in the right direction. Okay. Daniel's expression was clearer. It means that you're distracted. You know, that student always has his head in the clouds. You're a bit of a dreamer. You were nearly right on it. You're thinking about something else rather than what you should be thinking about. Okay, another idiom about head.
Oh, it gets over my head.
Not it gets.
It goes over my head.
Goes over your head. I'm speaking to you now. I wonder if some of what I say goes over your head. Tina, what do you think I mean?
I don't remember the translation of this idiom.
Yeah. Do you have any idea?
No.
Viola?
That's not everything it's understandable.
Okay. Can you say it again, please, Viola? Try and express that in a different way.
That's not everyone I understand, and it's I missed something and I don't understand.
All right, that's better. Okay, the first time you said it, this is when you're searching for words. You made it too complicated. Okay, search for a simple explanation.
Mhm.
You say it when you don't understand something. Okay, it went completely over my head. Go. Couldn't understand a word he said. Okay, and that's an expression. I couldn't understand a word he said. You said it went right over my head. It went completely over my head. Okay, that's what used to happen when I was speaking to my teachers in Malaysia, in Sarawak. Sometimes, because I was training teachers, sometimes things would go completely over the head. Same in Thailand, actually. Same with English teachers in Italy. And Turkey, for that matter. Yeah, it didn't matter. I mean, they could teach the grammar, but they didn't know any. They didn't know any idioms. Okay, and any more with head?
Mm.
Who's got who's got
A head,
who's got a boyfriend, girlfriend, or wife or husband? Who's got a partner? Who's got a partner?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. I have.
All right, Viola, give me one about you. When you after you met him, what's his name?
Michał.
Sorry,
Michał.
Mikhail. Okay.
Michał.
Michał.
Michał. Michał.
After you met him, I want you to use head.
I've got it.
In love with him. You fell.
Last head.
You fell.
Fell in love.
Yeah, you fell in love, but I want you to use head. You fell.
I don't know.
You fell. Tina, any ideas?
I forgot, but yeah, had
Right, spell it for it.
in
Right,
love.
you've head. Okay, so you're going to fall, and you're going to make it a strong fall. Okay. What have you got at the bottom part of your body? At your back of your foot?
Ground.
No, the back of your foot, on your body, the back of your
Heel.
foot. Heel.
Heel.
Right, good learn. Okay. So you fell to fall head over heels.
Heel.
Okay.
Head over.
Okay. How else could we use back? Idiom or sorry, not back. How else could we use head?
As a verb?
No, I was thinking more of an
of expression. Okay.
You can combine it with head if you like. Okay.
Okay. Yes. To have a head for.
Very good. Yes, to have a head for. I don't know if I'd call that an idiom or an expression. Okay. It is an expression. It could be an idiom. I don't know. Right. You have or you don't have a head for heights. Height.
Mm-hmm.
Got height. Head for heights. It means I don't really have a head for heights. I have been climbing. I've parachuted, but on a rock face, parachuting was okay, but on a rock face, when I was climbing, I go, I can't move. I didn't want to move. I don't have a head for heights. I look over big tower, like, ooh, no, I don't have a head for heights. So that's with heights, but then you have a head for something. You can have a head for arithmetic, a head for maths. Tina, do you have a head for English?
I think so.
Yes, obviously do. All three of you do. And I'll see. I'm saying all three, Daniel. Sorry, it's because I can see the ladies and I can't see you.
Don't worry. You are in better company with them than with me.
I know that. I fully agree. Daniel, you're a smoothie. Okay. Do you know what that means?
A smoothie. A person. All
right, smoothie. I think you could spell it with a Y as well. I mean, if someone is a smoothie, all right.
To have the gift of gab.
Sorry? Gift
To
of the
have
gab.
the
I was
gift
going
of
to
the
say
gab.
that. Okay. He's coming out with nice, good lines to, in this case, to impress the ladies. Yes, oh, well, you're in better company than me, he says. Okay. Daniel also said another one, gift of the, an old one, this, a gift of the gab. If you've got a gift of the gab, you're good at, you like talking. You're good at talking. May not make sense, but you're good at talking. Okay, let's finish with head. You can give the heads up. Give the heads up to someone. To give the heads up means to give approval. Okay. On the top of my head, I have what? What is this?
Hair.
Hair.
Hair. All right. Idioms with hair.
Do you want anybody to explain on the top of my head?
Sorry, I forgot that one. Yes, off the top of my head. All right. Okay. Let's just do that one. I forgot completely about that one. Daniel, yes. Go on then. Daniel, you explain off the top of my head and I would use it.
Okay. So you would need to explain something maybe, and as a first reaction, you would say something off the top of your head.
Yeah.
But that would be a thought that has not been thoroughly meditated.
No, not fully meditated. Not fully meditated. Okay. You don't say fully meditated. Fully thought through. Okay. Fully thought about. Fully thought through. Not meditated. 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 Different meaning. All right. So what you say is someone.
It's a kind of gut reaction from the brain.
Yes, it is a kind of gut reaction. So you ask me, let's say that you ask me how far away from London I live, how many miles away from London I live. Okay. Oh, I say off the top of my head, I think it's about 50 miles. Okay. Off the top of my head. It means without researching, not meditating, Daniel, without researching, without looking into details, off the top of my head. Okay. How many idioms are there in the English language? Oh God, off the top of my head, I don't know. Off the top of my head, 1 million. You know, I've got, I mean, I don't know off the top of my head. Right. So that's off the top of my head. Let's go back to hair. All right. I am. Oh, sorry. Another one on head. You are frustrated with someone. You're frustrated with someone or something. So you say, I just can't get through to him, which means I can't. That is a phrasal verb. If you can't get through to someone, it means you can't understand. Right? So I can't get through to someone. I can't make them understand. It's like banging my head or hitting my head against a brick wall. Okay? It's like hitting my head against a brick wall or banging my head against a brick wall. You can also use brick wall in another way and just say it's like talking to a brick wall. When someone won't listen, it's like talking to a brick wall. Okay, go back to hair. you're frustrated with someone or something. So what am I doing? Can you see me, Daniel?
No,
You can't see me either. No, I forgot.
no,
Okay.
no, I haven't managed to start the video.
You need to restart.
Well, I
Oh,
won't
yeah.
do that now because I'm afraid to lose the connection.
All right. Okay. You have to check it outside the meeting, or check it privately with me later. Okay.
Yeah.
What am I doing, Leah?
You are pulling
Pulling my
Hair.
yeah. So
Pulling your hair.
so when could I use it, Viola? When could I use that expression? Well, watch what I do.
When something it's pulling your hair,
Yeah.
it's
Pulling my hair out. Okay.
mhm.
Pulling my hair out.
It's something. It's you can't struggle with something and you are annoyed.
No, you are not annoying.
Annoyed.
Be careful here. It's
Yeah.
like, I'll come back to this one afterwards. Tina, got it? You're annoyed. I'm confused. If I was Daniel, I'd be pulling my hair out that he can't get his video to work.
Definitely.
Computer, pull my hair out. Okay.
I'm bald now.
Yeah, he's bald now. Now, it's funny you say that, because Viola's, what did you say? What did you just say then? You said, you said
straight.
you used ing instead of, what word did you use? You used ing instead of,
Annoying.
yeah, annoying. I used to, ing, annoyed. I had a friend when I worked in Turkey whose English was very good. And he wasn't an English teacher. He was a chess teacher, actually. But we get together when we had a break, and it'd say to me, "Oh dear, Steve, I'm so boring." No, you're not boring. You're bored. Okay. And so you've got to be careful. I did a brief video with that, bored and boring. So pulling your hair out, this is quite a common one, pulling your hair out. Okay. Any more idioms with hair? What does have a hair of the dog mean?
Yes.
Go on, Daniel.
If you need some hair of the dog, that's because you are feeling rather bad. You are feeling hungover.
Okay, hungover.
You have been drinking too much. You have been drinking too much the night before.
Now, okay, so then, okay, you don't say you need some hair of the dog. Hair of the dog. You need it. I'm sorry, a hair of the dog. Some hair of the dog. It's usually You've been drinking the night before. Have another drink. I mean, this is not true. Have another drink and it will make you feel better. Yeah, have a hair of the dog, which is silly advice, actually. Okay. Okay. What do we mean when? Does? I'll give you this one. Okay. You just miss a car. You're driving. You just miss a car. So I miss. You know what I mean by miss here, don't you? Okay. It doesn't mean like I miss someone. If you miss, it means that you went close to it. Okay. I missed the car by use hair, Daniel?
Hair width.
Well, you not nearly, okay? Very, very nearly. means the same thing. Hair's breadth.
Ah, yes.
Okay, hair's breadth. So that's a couple with hair. If something turns your hair grey, it means it frustrates you. Like my hair's not as grey as some people's, although I am old. But you know, something can frighten you and turn your hair grey. But that's not really an idiom. How about ear? An idiom. Luem.
Let your hair down.
Sorry?
Let your hair down.
Good, very good. Let your hair down. What does that, Tina? Do you know what let your hair down means?
I don't know.
Okay, you finished your exams. Okay, you finish your exams. You say to your friend, okay, oh come on, let's go out this weekend, tomorrow night. Let's go and let our hair down. Viola?
To feel joy, to relaxed, to
Yeah.
relax.
Go, relax, have a party, have a drink, you know, have a rave. No, rave. Yes, very good. Okay, let your hair down. Okay, let's go on to ear.
I am in all ears.
Say it again.
I am in all ears.
Not an all ears. I'm all ears.
Mm.
Okay, I come to you and say, Tina, I've got something to tell you. You'd say, oh, go on, Steve. I'm all ears.
Mhm.
Okay, right. I'm all ears.
I'm all ears.
Liam, Liam, do you know?
I'm listening.
Hmm?
I'm listening.
Yeah,
That means
it means I'm listening. I'm listening. Sorry, yes, it means I'm listening. Can you think of another one with ears?
To turn a deaf ear.
Yeah, to turn a deaf ear. All right, it means you're not listening. I tried to tell him that I was unhappy about the job, but he turned a deaf ear. Okay, he turned a deaf ear. That's a good one. Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
How about combine it with play?
Play by ear.
Yes. So what does
Play something by ear.
what does play by ear mean, Tina?
When you hear something and you can play it like from by what you listen from by heart, like.
Yeah. All right. Now that's the literal meaning. Okay. Good. Now I play a bit of keyboard, piano, and guitar. And a lot of the time, I mean, my music reading abilities are not brilliant, okay? And I don't play classical stuff, but I can play many songs by ear. I play it by heart. I can play it without the music. It helps if I've got some music as well. So I play by ear. Now let's take that and put it into everyday life. How could you use it? Don't speak. Don't tell me, Daniel, yet. Okay, let's see if anyone else. Viola, try.
If you play by ears, it means that you hear any music and try
that's
to.
music. Now, I want you to, rather than thinking about music, okay, that's what Tina said. Rather than thinking about music, I want you to use it in a different situation.
Maybe by intuition.
Yeah, I want to use it in a different situation. You're going. Have you prepared for your interview, Viola? You say, no, I'm going to play it by ear. Okay, I'm going to play it by ear. This is common. Okay, Daniel, can you think of any other examples?
Yeah, for instance, Viola had a work interview with a company, and normally Viola is a very intelligent person, so she does her research. She knows what the company puts on the market, what services or goods that company sells. But she was hungover, so she didn't prepare for her next interview. She will have to improvise. She will have to play it by ear.
Right. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, okay. That was a bit long. Okay. Daniel, I love your English. I love your English, Daniel. It sounds it's you that explanation though was long-winded.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm laughing with you, not at you, Daniel. Okay.
No problem.
But so everyone knows that long-winded means.
Yes, excellent.
I can be long-winded. Sometimes I can be very, very brief. But my second daughter often tells me that I'm long-winded, that I talk too much. She's working in Colombia at the moment. She's a BBC journalist. She's doing reporting out there. She was a volunteer. So we speak to each other on WhatsApp, on Messenger, but she prefers that we exchange messages, that we exchange voice messages, because she says, if I talk too much and I get furious with her. I said, I'm your dad, you've got to talk to me. No, we send each other messages because you're too long-winded. So you're not the only one, Daniel. You know,
so that's in one ear and out the other.
Very good. Yes, like that. In one ear and out of the other. Okay. You tell him something and it goes in one ear and out of the other. Okay. It's 5-4. I'm going to wind it up. That means end. Was that useful for you? Did you?
Yes, of course.
I don't know.
Thank you.
It was fun. It was great fun.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Okay. YouTube. Running this group takes a lot of my time. It's been a delight having you four here this afternoon. I really enjoyed it. It's nice to be able to have a conversation. And that's basically why I do it, because I love teaching English. And I'm really retired now. Okay. So I miss being in the classroom and having fun. But I've had fun this afternoon. But it does take a long time. I'd like to do it more. I'm thinking of creating what they call a Patreon side. It would be part of it, where people pay a small amount every month to have more of this kind of thing and more information about it. You know, you can have different levels. If we did it in American, it would be $3 or $5 or something like that. So I send you things. I do these. I do chats. I do just voice, unpolished videos which I don't necessarily put onto everyone else, but you know, kind of casual videos, like a club. Now, if it's very hard for me to get response when I put up things like, oh, would you be interested? But I'm asking you, would you be interested? It's a small amount to pay a month, but it actually gives me, it starts off in a small way. There might not be many of us and we build up, and it gives me an opportunity to at least earn something for my efforts.
I would be interested in. It would be great.
Would you?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Then you've given me the you've been great, all of you. You've given me the encouragement to go, to go along with it. if what it means then, it's for select people because you're paying, and then if you've got specific questions, then you'll get response. We actually build up a team in that way. Okay, my little team. All right, I've really enjoyed seeing you. Danielle,
Yes,
want to see your ugly face next time, please.
I'll try to, but I still don't know how I can achieve that.
Daniel, you can try right now. Go to the left down menu, and there will be, some.
Wait just
Daniel, do you use your Zoom software right now, or do you use opened Zoom tab in your browser, like Chrome, Mozilla? Where are you now in Zoom? Software or tab in browser?
Tina,
yeah.
my dear, you made a little mistake. It wasn't terribly important then when you were talking to Daniel. What you said to him, it's only slight, okay? You said, do you use online or do you use the app? How would you, Luem, do you understand what I'm saying? How could she have said that better?
Are you using?
No, Danielle. Shush.
Sorry.
Yes, okay. Daniel was right. Okay. You say, are you using rather than do you use? If you're saying do you use, you're using the present tense. It's like saying, do you use what can I put? Do you use you could say to Viola, do you use perfume? Okay, do you use perfume? All right, something which you do frequently, present simple, something you do frequently. I would have said, are you using? Because we're talking about now, what's happening now. I could say, I am wearing, I am wearing a shirt. Are you wearing a coat, Tina? I don't say, do you wear?
I'm wearing a jacket.
Are you cold where you are? Is it cold in Jordan?
It's cold, a little bit cold.
I'd say, yeah. So I'd say, are you wearing? That's what we do about dress.
I'm wearing, yeah.
Wearing. Luem is lucky because she's in Sabah, in Sarawak, in Borneo, and she does not have to wear a jacket. And if I was in Borneo still, I'd be sitting here in my shorts and t-shirts, but it's so cold here. I miss being there, Luem. I miss walking around in shorts and t-shirts, but it was also very very humid. Yeah. All right, all of you, thank you very much. It's been a delight seeing you. And
thank you again.
Thank you very much.
Have you still got, did you take a note of my WhatsApp number?
Yes.
Okay, if you want to, it means I can get quick contact with you then. Okay, so for now I'll say goodbye. I'll say see if anyone can reply to this, and I'm going to exclude Danielle for a time. Okay, I want you to reply. See you later, alligator.
See you later, alligator. Bye bye, butterfly.
No, that was a nice one. Did you make that up? Did you invent that?
I didn't invent, but I learned some English songs for children, and it was a song. See you later, alligator. Bye bye, butterfly. See you again next time.
I don't know that one. I mean, I love, I've taught children, and I've written children's songs, and especially when I was in Malaysia, I did a lot of work with children. Because I played music as well, getting them to perform. I've never heard that. No. No, there's another one, more famous one. See you later, alligator. Danielle, do you know it?
Yes, see you in a while, crocodile.
See you later, alligator. You say, in a while, crocodile.
You know, a crocodile.
Right. It comes from, it's very old, and it was in one of the first rock and roll songs. I don't know if I can't remember which one it was now. It's like we're gonna rock around the clock tonight. It was like one of those back in the late 50s. And at the end, the man and woman say, see you later, alligator, in a while, crocodile. So there you later. Okay, so see you later, alligator.
See you in a while, crocodile.
Crocodile.
Again. See you later, alligator.
See you
Right, alligator and a wild crocodile.
Crocodile.
See, in a while, crocodile. See you later, alligator.
In a
a
while,
while,
crocodile.
Tina, you're
And the wild crocodile.
useless, Tina, and you're a translator. You're too slow. See you later, alligator.
And the wild
Wow,
crocodile.
Crocodile.
Saying you're useless. I'm joking with you. Okay, it's just fun. All right, I'll see you again soon. All right.
Thank
Take
you
care.
so much.
Thank you, thank
I'm
you.
blowing a kisses to the ladies, Danielle. You don't get one. Bye bye.
Bye.
I'm frustrated. That's totally frustrating.
I know it's very sexist of me. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.